Hi, I'm Valentin. I'm the co-founder of Number26, and I'm trying to tell you today a little bit about the future of banking. I think we've seen different industries that have completely been disrupted because of different user experiences. Up there you see just some examples like Spotify or Uber, where you have great customer experience, driven actually by your smartphone, and attracting customers completely different than traditionally. But if you look at the financial industry and if you look at banking, most of the products look like this. I've put up there some of the most successful German retail banks, and their interfaces all look like this. Most of them don't even have mobile applications. And actually, if you look at the interfaces, they look all the same, so they're not really differentiated. That's a big problem, because if you look at the customer, he has completely changed his behavior. Today, people normally go into a bank branch, at least when they're my age, once a year. They do online banking, I would say, once a week, and they do mobile banking daily. So not only that they are not going into the bank branches, but if they are in the bank branch, they are not talking to their advisors, but they are going to the terminals. So that's a big problem for banks, because if you don't understand how to build great online products, and you have a very expensive branch network, at some point, that's going to be problematic. So what are we doing? What makes us different from traditional banks? I would say with us, you can open up a bank account, fully fledged bank account, German bank account, within, I would say, 8 minutes. So the fastest Clydo ever did it on our platform took about 5 minutes. And what we do is we verify your identity completely online, so you don't have to fill out any papers. We do that via video conference call. Then everything in our application works with one click. So we try, for example, you can block your card or unblock your card with a simple click. For example, you also get a real-time notification every time you use your card. So we do real-time banking. Then we also try to put a little bit of intelligence into your bank account. So we automatically do personal finance management for you. Of course, you can also send money via email or SMS, but that's more a side feature for us. So we also do peer-to-peer payment. But what makes us better than traditional banks, and why are traditional banks not doing the same? I think one is we know how to develop on mobile. So we do everything mobile first. So if we think about our product, we always think about how it's going to be on a mobile phone. Then I think we are much closer to the customers. Traditional banks traditionally claim that they are much closer because they have a big branch network, but we've heard before that actually no one is going there, at least not the future customers. So with our smartphone and people opening the app daily, what we see is we get a lot of touch points with the customer. If you're close to the customer, you can build a much greater product. Then I think it's very important that your team is not too old. I'm 29, and I also already have a different approach to my smartphone than someone who is 18. But I think if people taking the decisions to build cool products that are 60 or 65, I think it's pretty hard. Then I think it's very important to have a big share of techies working with you, because I think they are driving the product, and retail banking and fintech today is a tech product. So traditional banks, it's more like this. So it's maybe you remember when you called, your grandma called, and they just don't understand internet. So it's very simple, yeah. It's really, really simple. It's very hard for them to understand the internet. Another big important thing is that the market is ready. So we have just launched end of January. We have attracted over 15,000 customers already, and we didn't spend a single euro on marketing. So we see customers are ready to switch their bank accounts, and they're ready to do it now. Then our product is quite viral. We see that customers like to refer the product to others. And I think that's pretty cool. If you go on Twitter, you'll find a lot of tweets of customers tweeting about Number26. So I think mainly to summarize my presentation, I think disruption is happening now. It's not happening in the future. It's not happening in 5 years from now. It's not happening in 12 months from now. It's happening today. On one hand, the investors are ready. We have attracted great investors that believe in our product, that believe in disrupting the banking industry. Then I think, from a regulatory perspective, there's been great change. So regulatory things are on our side. First, you can do everything online, so with the video conference. On the other hand, you can serve the whole European market with one banking license. And that's very important, because retail banking is about scale. And if you're not just serving the German market, but also the French market and also the Spanish market, in the end, you have lower cost per customer. Customer behavior has changed, as I showed you before, and all the products kind of look the same. Yeah? There's no difference within the products, and that's a good entry point to win customers from competitors. And customers are ready, so they're picking up the product. So we see some great traction. So what do we do different? I think customer experience, we are much better. Creativity, we have a much more creative team. We know how to build mobile and online products. And I think we build operational excellence. And I think that's very important, to lower costs per customer in the long run. Retail banking is always about scale, and it's about how you serve one customer and how your cost base is for one customer. If you're running your IT platform on a 30-year-old backbone, that's going to be very difficult to have a very scalable product. And what we are doing is, we try to build the first EU-wide digital bank. Currently, we're just live in Austria and Germany, but we're going to expand over this year. So thanks for your attention. That's mainly everything I have to say. I'm happy to talk to you afterwards. Just approach me.